Good morning. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Get out of the way. Let's get Instagram going. Come on, Instagram. You got this. All right, there we go. Go live. Actors, stop trying to be memorable. Start being specific. Good morning. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. I'm super pumped about this. I am dressed and ready to go because I am racing off out of here to get to a let's all right, TikTok. Now we're good. I didn't get to do my scene for a casting director workshop last night for casting director Matthew Glasner, and I still got exactly what I wanted out of the workshop. Let me explain. Good morning, friends. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career. Dave's here. Hey, Dave. Good to see you, man. So here's the situation. SAG-AFTRA Foundation has a program called Casting Access, and actors who are members of SAG-AFTRA can sign up for casting director workshops with industry casting directors. Now, these are similar to the paid ones that you will do at Actors Connection or one-on-one. And the awesome benefit about the SAG-AFTRA classes is that they are free for SAG-AFTRA members. You can do one every 30 days so that the slots don't get jammed by the same people over and over. But they also tend to get a more interesting variety of casting directors through there. So I really love them. Because of the wait list limitation, because you can only sign up for one of these classes once every 30 days, I was not able to get in. I was not able to be one of the students in last night's class. So I put my name on the wait list. When they need readers for these classes, they go to the wait list. And so I was able to be the reader for the class. Now, the reader only gets to perform the scene that they've brought in if there's time at the end of the class. That didn't happen last night. Matthew is a really fun, entertaining, smart guy and had a lot to say, which was great. We all got a lot out of the class, but it meant that we ran to time. The class goes from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. and we got to 9 p.m. and we had just finished the last person's scene. So that was the class, and we didn't get to do my scene or the other reader's scene. I know that sounds disappointing, but his sort of big message throughout the whole class, and I'm telling you, I still got what I wanted out of this class, and I'll tell you why. But his message throughout the whole class was, stop trying to show me variety. When you come to these, what's happening here? When you come to these events, don't try and show me how versatile you are. Because it's our first date. Hey, Christian, thanks for joining me. This is the morning report on the Working Actor NYC. And we're talking about casting director workshop with Matthew Glasner. Now, Matthew, if you don't know, works with Doug Abel and Stephanie Holbrook. They cast a lot of films that super interesting projects. So he's somebody who I've had on my list to meet for a long time. So when at this casting access workshop through the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, I don't get to do my scene, but throughout the whole class, his point was, stop trying to show me variety. Stop trying to show me your range. Let me get to know you for this one thing that you do brilliantly. I think as actors, we think, I need to show you all of the things that I can do. Whereas casting directors already have so many to choose from. They want to know where you're going to be excellent. Where can they use you right now, right at this very moment? Where can they use you? Show them that. So what was cool about I'll see you soon. Yeah. So what was cool was that the way these workshops operate is that you do your scene, he gives you an adjustment, you do your scene again. And the thing that he was really trying to get actors to do was to strip away the acting and bring themselves to the scene so that he could really get a sense of who they are, what their essence was the word that he kept using. He was like, I want to know what your essence is, because he was making notes. Like he had a page with photographs and a little box next to it. So he was making notes on each of the actors. And he wanted to write down what their essence was so that when he was going over his notes and he needed a skateboarder who was cool and laid back, I'm making this up, he knew that he had to go to uh, Paul Sardoni's uh, Actors Access and look at that. Do you know what I mean? Like he was making notes about what the essence of the person was. What was it about them that he could use? So this is the funny part. Here he was saying, don't show me range, don't show me variety. And literally that was exactly, oh, wow. Nate is like, what's it like to be over 80 years old? I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there. Um, People think they're funny. Hilarious. But his whole point, so Matthew Glasner's whole point was, don't show me variety, don't show me a range. And I was literally the only person in the room who was just there to show variety, because I had to play the husband, the lawyer, the criminal, the doctor, the friend, the recovering addict, the husband who's lost his son. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I was there to be the reader for everybody else, I had to jump from one character to the next, which whatever the scene required, right? It was great. It was funny, but he's literally saying, don't show me variety. So what am I showing him? Variety. But I didn't get to show the scene that I had. Here's where the whole thing became valuable. I go into these casting director workshops with an agenda. I want the casting director to leave with language about me. It's branding, essentially. And so when we were doing the Q&A at the beginning of the class, I asked a question because we had gotten onto Actors Access and how you can post clips from your reel on Actors Access. And so many casting directors are saying, I don't have time to watch your reel, so please put clips so that I can find what I'm looking for. And so I asked about labeling on these clips. I asked if it was helpful to them to know what the branding of that scene is. For example, elegant menace. I have a scene and a character type that I call elegant menace. It's upscale, it's threatening, it's the Alan Rickman, there's something unnerving and disturbing and off kilter, but it's upscale and high class. So I call this type elegant menace. As soon as I said the words elegant, I was like, is it useful? Like if I label my clip elegant menace, is that useful for you? As soon as I said elegant menace, the room fell apart. They thought that was hilarious. The room repeated it. The phrase stuck. Matthew heard it. Everybody heard it. And it kept coming back through the class. Like everybody was like, oh no, I want a phrase like elegant menace. I have to figure out what my character types are so that I can, it's branding, y'all. And I think it's useful because even though Matthew didn't get to see me do my elegant menace scene, I guarantee you that he's going to remember that phrase. Everybody in the room remembered that phrase. And now it's attached to me. So if Matthew, oh, thanks, Lean. Don't act, just be. That's absolutely right, Summer. Over on Instagram, Christian's here. Thank you, Five is here. So the value for the workshop was still there for me. You know, it's like we want casting directors to remember us, right? The question is remembered for what? If a casting director remembers your name but doesn't know how to cast you, that's not very useful. I would rather that Matthew Glasner equates Benjamin Howes with Elegant Menace, because then I've got something that he can use. It may not come up all the time. It may not be something that they use in every project. But if he's reading a script and go, "Oh, this character is sinister, but he's fancy," I guarantee you, if Elegant Menace ever comes back, he'll think about me. Your job isn't to be memorable, it's to be rememberable for the right thing. It's no good. I think it's just super valuable to give a casting director something that they can take away that you've given them. Uh, my friend Patrick said it's like in an interview, you answer the question that you want them to ask. And I think and I just found a way to apply this in these casting director workshops. It's like actors spend so much energy trying to prove how many things we can do. Casting directors spend most of their time trying to figure out what to do with you, you know? So that was my big valuable lesson that I got out of my casting director workshop with Matthew Glasner last night. The other short tips that I wrote down, he's a big fan of slate shots. Stop wasting money on backdrops because he prefers a little texture in the background. Dave McIntyre says, "Now that's going to be in my brain. Got to figure out my brand. Growly, but good-hearted." This is exactly what I do with my clients, Dave. We spend time coming up with language for phrases that you can brand for yourself, so that you. And it's interesting because, yes, of course, we want to prove range, and I have 3 or 4 different phrases that I use. Smart servant is another character that just keeps showing up for me. Um, Smart servant is the restaurant manager with a quip. I've played that in Gossip Girl. Um, the helpful and chatty waiter in the restaurant. That was my character in Elspeth. Could be my dancer name as well. Yes, get it. Growly but good-hearted. I love it. But yeah, I do think, and this is something that I work on with my clients in the coaching that we do. In sort of one of the first exercises that we do is a materials audit, because once you have that branding figured out for yourself, align your materials with that branding so that everybody knows can look at your headshot and know how to use you, know what sort of characters where they can put you. Uh, I find that clarity about what you're selling makes you super useful. It's what agents are desperate for. Agents desperately want to know if you know what you're selling, right? That's how agents get revved up about this work. Casting directors want to know how they can use you. So tell them, show them in your head, if your headshot and your branding are aligned, if your wheelhouse, your acting, and the important thing is that these have to be. It's the intersection of what you enjoy doing and what you get cast doing, what you're good at, what lights you up, what turns you on, where you feel like you come alive as an actor. That's what we're aiming for. That's where things start to soar, because you get that clarity combined with the focus of aligning your materials with that branding. That's where everything starts to light fire. It's super exciting to watch. And I just had one of my coaching clients is shooting a pilot as we speak, which I'm super pumped about, because 6 months ago he was like, "I don't know where I fit. I don't know how to get back into the industry. I've been away. I've been raising a family," and so it's just super exciting when all of that stuff comes together. If this has been helpful for you, remember, this is the daily. I'm here at 8 a.m. Eastern every morning, where we talk resources, strategy, real life stories, everything to get you moving your acting career in the direction that you want to go in. I'm wherever you are in your acting career, you got this. Keep going. I'll be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'll see you then. All right, friends, I got to keep moving. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. 8 a.m. Frizzy and frazzled. Get it. All right, friends, I'll be back here tomorrow, 8 a.m.